Good day, everyone. It is my pleasure to welcome you all to another edition of the Royal Statistical Society Nigerian Local Group Initiative webinar series. Our guest speaker for today is Dr. ALIYU Usman, who will share with us a lecture titled The Process of a Comprehensive Survey for Out-of-School Children. Dr. Usman is the current Director of Research and Development, Kaduna Polytechnic, Nigeria. He obtained his PhD in Statistics from the University of Ilorin, Nigeria. ALIYU Usman has sole and co-authored over 70 academic publications and has also authored 5 standard textbooks. He is a member of various statistical and non-statistical associations, and his research interests cut across all major statistical aspects such as multivariate analysis, econometric, sample survey design, and the likes. He engages in statistical consultancy services both in Nigeria and abroad. Ladies and gentlemen, please join me to welcome Dr. ALIYU Usman.
The process of a comprehensive survey for out-of-school children by Dr. ALIYU Usman. The UNICEF has decried the increasing number of out-of-school children in Nigeria, saying that it is now 18.3 million. Unfortunately, this positions Nigeria with the largest number of out-of-school children globally. This is Vanguard News. To address this challenge, UNICEF is collaborating with the Universal Basic Education Commission (UBEC) to develop the national framework of action to reduce the number of out-of-school children in Nigeria. The Nigerian Senate also has passed a resolution to organize a national summit to address the menace of out-of-school children in Nigeria. Hence, the problem of out-of-school children has become a menace in Nigeria, which requires collaborative effort. It also opens new frontier of research, especially towards the provision of adequate data and statistical analysis for out-of-school children. A comprehensive survey for out-of-school children is basically a household survey. Usually, there are two mutually exclusive types of out-of-school children: the dropouts, that is those that started schooling and dropped out and never attended. Hence the need to capture the out-of-school children along this dichotomy. A structured computer-aided personal interviewing (CAPI) questionnaire are designed to collect the data of OOSC by age, by sex, by type, and their possible reasons for being out of school. Objectives of out-of-school survey include to obtain comprehensive data of out-of-school children for education planning, to obtain information of out-of-school children and the possible reasons responsible for their being out of school, for tracking, to gather adequate data to inform decision towards possible interventions, especially for the marginalized and vulnerable children. Conceptual framework of the survey. This is the overall logical connection that forms the underlying thinking, structure, plans, and implementation of the out-of-school children survey. It comprises of the ideas, questions to be asked, the methodology to be used, the instruments to be used, the procedures to be used, data analysis, interpretation of results, and the recommendations to be made. The process of the out-of-school children survey includes 1. Planning and budgeting, 2. Stating the objectives, 3. Defining the scope, 4. Defining the target population and target respondents, 5. Developing the data collection instruments, 6. Software development and deployment, 7. Community sensitization, 8. Selection and training of enumerators and supervisors, 9. Data quality control, 10. Data collection and validation, 11. Data analysis and reporting. 12. Additional data validation. 13. Data warehousing and utilization. The scope for out-of-school children survey may include to be done at the national level, state level, local government area level, or community level. The coverage, the survey can be made either as a complete census or a sample. If samples were to be done, where applicable, the stratified cluster sampling design is adopted for robust sampling. The SCSD is a combination of stratified random sampling and cluster sampling methods. This method involves the stratification of the population while using cluster sampling to select samples independently from each stratum. At the state level, for instance, the LGAs are the strata, and each stratum is subdivided into communities. Each community is subdivided into enumeration areas, EAs. Furthermore, a one-stage cluster sampling methods are performed within each local government area, that's the stratum, where a subsample of EAs are selected. Hence, all the households within the selected EAs are completely listed and enumerated for the out-of-school children. In this case, the households are the enumeration units, while the children within each household are the elementary units. The questionnaires are to be administered to every household in the selected EAs. Community sensitization. Prior to the commencement of the out-of-school survey, the people in the selected communities in each local government area should be duly sensitized and educated through their traditional heads and other gatekeepers on the exercise and its potential benefits to the communities. The traditional heads will then task to provide the local guides for the enumerators to guide them through. Additional attention should be given to proper identification of the buildings and the households. Data collection and quality assurance. Pilot testing or pilot survey, the instruments and the CAPI applications is necessary. Selection and training of competent enumerators and supervisors. Listing of households and enumeration of out-of-school children from the households using tablets. Checklists at each level, at the household level, community level, and the local government level, physically and on the server. Close supervision and monitoring of the field work during data collection process to ensure full coverage. Now in the process, there are possibilities of having errors, and it's good to understand the possible errors that could come in ab initio. We have the coverage errors. You can have missing household, household not located, household not available during enumeration, household refused to participate. Then the content errors. The coverage errors are the errors that occur due to inadequate coverage of the scope, while the content error can occur even if the scope is covered, like the respondent's bias, enumerators bias, respondent's error, enumerators errors, inconsistencies, and processing errors. And overcoming the errors. One, all missing households, buildings, communities, and EAs should be identified and enumerated accordingly. This one has to be done thoroughly. Number two, the use of local guides to enhance coverage and easy navigation and identification of households. Well-trained and sincere evaluator supervisors should be used throughout the exercise. 4. Special arrangement to be made for areas with difficult terrains with the help of the local guides to ensure coverage. In conclusion, these out-of-school survey procedures can provide the following results output. 1. Comprehensive database for out-of-school children, which will be accurate and valid. 2. Comprehensive report also. Having the database, report can be made out of it. 3. Tracking mechanism for action towards reducing out-of-school children. And 4. Data for planning and policy implementation. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Dr. Usman, for that impactful presentation and the effort you have put into the lecture slides. I hope we all have learned a thing or two on how to collate an error-free data for such survey in which Dr. ALIYU has presented today. Thank you.